Cricket boards actually make watching their games almost impossible now. I spend almost as much time trying to find where I can view it as I do actually following the action. That is why I use NordVPN. They let me find all the cricket I want to watch while protecting me from the nasty side of the internet. Nord will free your cricket matches. Grab your exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/good areas to get a huge discount off your NordVPN plan plus 4 additional months on top. It's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Watch every match with NordVPN.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Good Areas Live. It's a bit different this time because since this is essentially a quick picks, but it's not a quick pick and we are doing it live, which is for the first time for this. So the reason we're doing it live is it's a bit more different than traditional quick picks, which is just 12 people that we all pick together. But this time we're doing our own individual drafts and it's 15 instead of 12. So the premise is quite simple. We are supposed to build a team that will play a test each in Senna and in India. So you need a team that is that can play in varied conditions, and it can't just be as simple as stacking a team with fast bowlers or like just spinners. The team balance is up to him. There's no rules up about country or like whether you need an all-rounder or anything. It's completely up to each of us of what we're going to do. So drafts order today is Shayan's going first, Saurabh second, and I'm going last.
Yeah.
All right.
So my first pick will obviously be Don Bradman.
Of course it is.
Yeah. I mean, it was between two players, but I think the next player is going to go now. And I mean, what is there to be said about Don Bradman? He is the greatest batter of all time. He is possibly the greatest cricketer of all time. Easily, like it was an easy choice. So
I'm actually glad that I was second. I didn't have to choose between the two. So I'm obviously going to pick Gary Sobers.
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant Saurav Ganguly. No. No. Yeah, so at 6, you can put him at 6 for now. Let's see how the team develops. But Gary Sobers is my pick. Can bat at an average of 58. Can bowl left arm seam, left arm wrist spin, left arm off spin. Field like a Mark Waugh of a previous generation, I guess. He's just everything. So... Yeah, Gary Sobers. Nothing more to be said.
Yeah, no.
And he can bowl the overs of a Jimmy Anderson.
And he can.
All right, so my first pick, I'm going an all-round. I'm going Imran Khan, because why not? Yeah. And then I'm going to go for my spinner a bit early. I'm going Shane Warne, because it's like spin is one of those things where like it's more rogue. Like the quality does drop off quite dramatically after the first two.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
I think
true.
it's Saurabh again.
Yeah. So I just have to tell you guys one thing that I know the cities where you both live. So if I don't get my favorite player, who you both know which it is, I know where you live. So my next pick has to be Jack Hobbs.
Ah, okay.
I think, I just think he's. I think this similar to spinners. There are a few elite openers to choose from, but you might end up with one who's great, but not at that what Shayan calls S tier level. So therefore, Jack Hobbs.
Yep, so Shayan has 2 picks.
So I think I'll go for Muthaiya Muralidharan as the spinner.
Where do you want him currently? Just 11?
I just put him at 11, bro.
Well, you spell Muthaiya. Muthaiya. Sorry, that can't be right. That looks about right. Wait, yeah, okay, fuck it. Okay. All right, what's your second pick, bro?
And then I'll go for Sunil Gavaskar as my opener.
Ooh. This has gone a very different way than I was expecting early on, I'd say. Yeah.
Oh, it's back to me.
I think the logic is kind of similar to what Saurabh said. It's about like the quality does drop off after a point. And I think Gavaskar, being the batter that he was across all conditions, first man to get to 10,000 runs, I think he was a bit of an obvious choice in that sense. And obviously Muralidharan, I mean, the most test wickets ever. There is not really much to be said about Murali as well. Like all of these players, they are such absolute greats. And I think with Murali, I think you can probably still say that his record in Australia wasn't as good. But apart from that, like he took wickets everywhere in the world. And easily in any conversation about the greatest spinner, you can always make a case that he is the greatest spinner as well. Although even I am on the Shane Warne side of things. But yeah, there might be a bit of leggy bias there. as I am a leg
In
spinner myself.
in Australia, Murli had to play the opponent and the umpire and the crowd,
Exactly.
so might have had something to do with
True, true.
that.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
the other place he struggled was India, wasn't it? There's the one struggle there as well. That
Yeah,
might just be conditions
Yeah.
correct.
because he bowled well to Indians, batters in Sri Lanka. So yeah.
yeah, and I think he did well in white ball cricket in India. It's only in the
Yeah.
test matches that he
Uh,
sort of
Weirdly, like the one thing combination I wanted to see was Shane Warne bowling to Indian batters in Sri Lanka. I wonder if that conditions would have helped him more. The slow spin. All right, so sort of your
Yeah.
third pick now.
My third pick. Okay, I'll go Malcolm Marshall,
Ah, okay.
who is possibly the greatest fast bowler of all time, at least right now. I think he would top most people's rankings, except
Agreed.
for the Telegraph rankings that came out yesterday. But he is. I think he was just the complete bowler. I never saw him bowl, but everything that I've read about him, everything that people have said about him. Plus, he was a fairly handy bat. Actually, I think he averaged in the 20s or something.
Yeah.
So, and he was basically the complete bowler. So yeah, Malcolm Marshall.
They're a fantastic pick. So many different directions I could go for. I think I'll just go. I'm gonna pick my fast bowler again. I'm going Joe Garner as my third pick, and then I wonder who do I go for at number 4 is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually I'll go for an opener as well because as you said, the depth chart can kind of go a bit rogue. I'm going Glenn Hudson as the other opener because I do think it definitely does go a bit bonkers after a while. I'd say. So Sarabia again.
Okay. Now I have to think a little strategically. Opener. Okay, I'll pick Herbert Sutcliffe as my second opener. And anyway, he
Okay.
and Jack Hobbs had their famous partnership as opening, and I think he would be fourth in the all-time openers list. The first three have been picked. So, yeah. So I'll go with him. I think he averaged even higher than Jack Hobbs, although he played lesser. And Hobbs, like I was reading that Test cricket history book by Tim Wigmore, and he explained it very nicely. How Jack Hobbs basically straddled two eras, a bowling era and a batting era, and was elite in both, which is very. It's actually the only other guy it reminds me of is Tendulkar, like this kind of straddling eras and doing well. So yeah, so Sutcliffe and Jack Hobbs are my openers.
Shayan, you got 2?
Yeah. So I'll go with Glenn McGrath as my pacer.
Okay. Fair.
And then I wonder if I should pick an all-rounder first or if I should pick like a wicket keeper or an opener. So I'm a bit confused about this one. Let me think. Actually, you know what? I'll just go for a good high-quality batter, Brian Lara.
At 4 or 5?
Pick him at 4.
Okay.
That looks like a very stacked batting lineup. Gavaskar,
Yeah, it's
Bradman,
that's a good top
Lara.
4 there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
you again, bro.
Oh, it's me again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think. Okay, I'll go with Richard Hadley.
Okay. I'll just move Malcolm Marshall down.
I think Richard Hadley is a little underrated as a bowler. I really like what he did with that New Zealand side. I know Gooch
Yeah.
called them World 11 at one end and Ilford seconds at the other, which was quite derogatory to the rest of the attack. It was not that bad, but Hadley was basically, just carrying them throughout, and he could contribute runs with the bat, although that is quite secondary. But I think he was a really potent bowler, and across conditions, across oppositions. I don't think he has any major holes in his record as such. So, and he had like 5 wickets per test almost. So, yeah.
I think that's a good pick. I like it. I like it. I like the way you think. Or I think I'll go for a keeper. I'm going Andy Flower. Because again, I think keepers a bit like spinners, does the go a bit rogue very quickly.
Yeah.
So the second pick could go in any bloody direction. I think I'm gonna just hold off on paces because again, as I was talking to Shula Saurabh, it's like there's so many different options here for
There's so
pace.
many, yeah.
So I'm actually gonna go for Jack Callis as well. I'm just gonna go for both the all rounders. Make Shayan's life difficult. for not picking an all-rounder.
Yeah, I'm making Shan's life even more difficult now with my pick. I'm going Adam Gilchrist because, like you said, there's a drop off in keepers after that. So,
So
I need
7, I
Michael-
assume.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
I
7,
like it.
just yeah.
It's a good pick.
So you have Adam Gilchrist at 7. Yeah.
That's a good
Got
6 and
it.
7, by the way.
Yeah. Actually. I think when we're talking about keepers, there is another option. Of course, in a similar mold of player to Adam Gilchrist in some ways, and so recently he has been batting at a similar position as Andy Flower, but I think it will be too bold to pick him this early. So I'm just
Go
wondering
for
if
it,
it's the
man.
right.
Go for it.
You don't need to
Should
go
I
this
just go
early with
for
the
it?
keeper. You don't need to
Yeah.
go this early. None of us are picking him, I think.
Yeah.
I'd hold off if
Yeah,
I were you.
that's the thing. I mean, the good keepers have already gone. Like the two best keepers
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I could have picked are already gone. So, I mean, at this point, who should I pick? I should pick another high quality all rounder, I think, or probably a seamer. Even a seamer works in my case. I will go for Wasim Akram as one of my
Okay.
pacers.
Nice.
Where am I doing?
Bit of lefty
you have-
bias there, and
Yeah, Wasim Akram.
You have one more, right, Shan?
yeah, I have one more.
You go one more.
So, I'm trying to think. I think actually, you know what? I'll go for another high quality batter. I'll go for Steve Smith. Yeah.
You gone for Steve Smith ahead of Sachin?
No, I mean, like, I want
he's
Steve Smith
gone
at
for-
5. I have left
He's
Sachin
gone-
for Saurabh. Because I already
I
have
beg you
Brian
pick
Lara.
up Saurabh. We can't have this without Sachin. Then
Sorry, what?
can't argue Steve Smith. I beg you pick Sachin.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. I think there's plenty of batting options to pick from. So
That's true.
actually, there's a lot of bowlers also to pick from. So
Yeah, I think that's fair.
yeah, actually, let me go Sachin.
Okay, that's good lord.
Sachin at 4.
It took way too long.
Way too late
It
for him,
took-
actually.
Yeah. For a guy who's arguably, who's the only one who can possibly challenge Don Bradman for the greatest test batter.
Exactly.
Like, we have picked him so late. But I think it's just a function of this.
This is a draft,
Middle
isn't it?
order is
Yeah.
stacked, right? Like there's just
Yeah.
lots of middle order options. So
And honestly, I've just gone vibes. Like, I haven't really put too much thought into all of this. I've just been like, okay, Brian Lara, let's go. Steve Smith, let's go. But yeah, I absolutely do agree that Sachin Tendulkar is a better batter than both. But I do think that in my team, Brian Lara and Steve Smith, I'm really glad with that 4 and 5. So, no issues.
I mean, if you aren't glad with Lara and Smith at 4 and 5,
Dan Bradman
got-
3. So yeah,
And
that's
Don
good
Bradman
proof
at
of
3.
it.
yeah.
I like the bowling attack.
You're-
I like how the bowling attack is shaping up as well.
Yeah.
So I'll go for another fast bowler who was great in Asia. I'm going Dale Steyn. Because why not?
Yeah.
Might as well go. Like my new bowling,
Yeah.
bloody hell, new ball bowling is sorted. I'll say. And do I go for number 5 or is number 6? I'm thinking. And I think number 5 again. There's a few options you could go for. Is there a few options you could go for number 5? I'll go. Okay.
There probably are. Yeah. You can always
I think
push
you can.
people down the order a little.
Yeah,
You
I'm
all
thinking.
have to bat
I'll
at
probably
the-
move Flower 6 for temporary reasons. Who do we go for? 3. I forgot the depth chart for 3. Fuck it. I'll go Rahul Dravid at 3. I like him. I like the ball. Like, yeah,
that's a
Dravid
good pick, I
and
think.
Callis, none of this woke
Dravid and
nonsense like
Kallis,
counter-attacking or anything like that, right? Okay. My team, if it's a fight, it says my team is batting for 10 days. That's how it should be.
Exactly.
Right? That's I think that should be my 2 picks done. All right. So, Saurabh, it's you again.
Okay, it's me again. So I will go for. I'll go very, very old school. I'll go for Sydney Barnes because you guys have picked one
Oh.
and only. So, I mean, his record is I think 189 wickets in 27 tests and an average
Yeah.
of some insane 16,
16 something.
17. So
Yeah.
Again, I
obviously
think
none
no
of us
one
have.
really, no one
Yeah.
knows if he's a spinner or a fast bowler. So I guess it's
Yeah.
a good
No,
pick.
so from whatever I've read, he was like a fast spinner,
Yeah.
and sometimes he would bowl in swing also, like just seam up stuff. But he was a fast spinner, and nobody could basically play him. And the reason he took 49 wickets in 4 tests, didn't play the fifth test because he wanted more money, I think. So he fits in with the modern commercial age and all that. So yeah, and I need a spinner before you guys took that guy also. So I thought I'll.
Makes
So
sense. I
Shahan's
mean,
got
there's a lot
two,
of variety
isn't
there as well now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like the attack. It's looking good. It's shaping up nicely.
Mm.
Yeah. My turn, right?
Yes, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll go for an opener now. I'll pick Virender Sehwag. Perfect
Oh,
opening combination of attack and
Wow.
defense.
Gavaskar
The
and
dream,
Sehwag
the
opening.
dream opening partnership for India. Like if you make an
I-
all-time 11
I
for
do,
India.
I do just want to say we are playing 4 tests in Senna and you're picking a guy that is shit in 3 of them.
I have no issues. It's fine. Like I have Don Bradman, Brian Lara, and Steve Smith at 3, 4, 5. If
I think you
Sehwag
could
can give
afford
me,
it. That's fair. I think that's
yeah.
fair.
If Sehwag can give me quick starts, I have got no issues with that. So I'm absolutely
Yeah.
cool there. And I think
The-
I
the-
need to pick an
the-
all-rounder dude. I'll
The
pick Keith
chat
Miller.
between your openers will be interesting,
okay.
huh, Shayan?
Yeah.
You
yeah,
said
yeah,
Keith
I
Miller at 6 hours.
Keith Miller. Keith Miller is a good pick.
Yeah,
man.
I'll pick
Great
Keith
Keith
Miller
Miller is a
at six.
solid pick, I think. It's a good pick.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. I
That
like
that's the sort of pick Jared would like, I think.
Yeah. No, Keith Miller, I think all of us would like. He was.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good
Yeah.
player. I like Keith.
He's
Yeah,
a
I think
good
we
fielder
needed an
also,
all-rounder
apparently.
there, and I think that's a good
Yeah.
choice for sure. Fast bowling all-rounder. Like he used to bowl a lot, didn't he? And he had a lot of batting talent as well. From whatever I've read, whatever I've seen, he was in the Hall of Fame as well. And like, I just found that out. That was a cool fact. And, I mean, average of 37 with the bat and an average of 22.97 with the ball. And
Yeah.
he took 170 wickets in 55 matches. So I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant bowler.
Yeah.
Probably like an even better batter than his numbers suggest. I think, as Jared says, he never took it seriously.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I think the famous story is like when the Australian team were trying to break the record for the most runs in like a day in first class cricket. And then Keith Miller walks in and just lets one go for 0. He's like, what's the point? It's not a serious game. And then Bradman was pissed at him because because Bradman wants it like every single run. And then
Yeah.
Keith Miller just did not care.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would have been an IPL superstar. He- But
Agreed,
I was
agreed,
just saying, Shayan's openers in the middle in Sena, you'll have a lot of stupid going on there.
Yeah. For sure.
And if you pick your keeper, then even more.
Oh, I have a chance to do the funniest thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
No.
Let's go.
Okay, I need to
Yeah.
pick a
It's you.
3. Yeah. I
Yeah.
need to pick a.
You
a
can
number
wait again.
3.
There's no one else is picking it, I'd say.
That's true, actually. I'm thinking which I need to pick a fast bowler also, but there's a lot of them. Okay, so that you guys don't pick him, Jasprit Bumrah.
It's a fan favorite pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, no issues with Bumrah.
Yeah.
I think he's fantastic. On Talon, he's clearly one of the greatest bowlers we've seen. You could argue
Yeah,
that
just needs
like he's
little more longevity
it-
for me. I
yeah,
think.
he just needs a bit more. Like I think it's weirdly as weird as it sounds. If he retires today, I think it's sad I'd have him in the top 10. But we don't know
Yeah.
whether if he averages like 26, like a pathetic 26 for the rest of his career
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And is he even a good bowler if he's averaging over 20? Right?
I mean, even Waka Yunus averaged less than 20 for his first 200 wickets, right? So,
Yes.
like, who knows
No,
what
we
can
don't know
happen.
how he ends up. Pollock as well,
No,
I
but
think, at one point.
Wakar still ends up as an all-time great, right? So
Yeah, no doubts. Like, Bumrah will end up as an all-time great. There is no doubt about that. He already is
Undoubtedly,
one.
undoubtedly.
So, I don't think he's going to drop off from there. But, like, will he be able to maintain that sub 20 average is something that we always keep tracking, and let's hope that happens.
if they don't keep dropping catches off his bowling, then he will. Like it's just yeah.
Agreed.
Like you guys know, it was infuriating. I don't care about India winning. I care about Jasprit Bumrah's average being below 20. It
Agreed,
needs
agreed.
to
Man
stay
has his
there.
priorities straight. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I think I got 2 now, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm going to continue the Hall of Pain. I'm going Steve Waugh at 5.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hmm.
actually, just continue that torture. Like I will bore teams to death.
This is such a un-Varun like team in the sense that he's
Yeah.
like a
This
strike
is
rate merchant
Yeah.
and everything.
No, in
Maybe less
T20
so in
cricket,
tests
Shahan.
actually.
No, in Test cricket, I like good old fashioned blocking. None of, as I said,
Yeah.
none of this woke nonsense. Right.
Fair enough.
Steve
So the
Waugh.
opener, I'm gonna leave to the end because I can't. I'll just think someone random by the end. Sorry, you were saying,
Yeah.
Saurabh.
No, is this Steve Waugh? I mean, obviously he's also an all-time great, but like others have pointed out, no, I just think I don't rate him as highly because he never moved from number 5. Like he
Yeah,
should have been
agreed.
number 3. He should have been number 3
Yes.
for a large part of his career. He was Australia's best batter. He was their captain. He should have, done that. If we were talking about Ricky Ponting's book, he has actually written that, which is quite a frank admission that he has written that he felt Steve Waugh should have gone up to number 3. He was very happy to do it, but he felt that position was Steve Waugh's by right, and he should have taken it. Yeah, so that's why I'm a little always like, good, but
Yeah, I think that's also one reason Jared doesn't rate him as highly in the book as some of the other greats. And this is the
Yeah,
same thing with
exactly.
Shivnara and Chandapal as well, right? Like
Yeah.
you want
Yeah, same
players
thing.
of this talent to be able to bat a spot higher up for the team, just for the team's sake, even if it means like 2-3 runs fewer of their average.
yeah, I think we've lost Shayan.
Is he
But,
alright? Or has he lost power? What happened there?
I think he'll come back soon. But isn't it your pick? Another, or you have
No,
picked two?
before I do that, let's just take a quick break. We'll give him a chance
Yeah.
to come back.
I have traveled the cricketing world, and so I've collected 2 things: the phone numbers of random taxi drivers and overseas SIM cards. Rideshare apps have fixed the first part, and Saily is doing the second. Now, all you need is their eSIM on whatever plan works for you. You activate it, and you can use it anywhere in the cricketing world. It helps you save money. It is a global solution to a global problem. Stop fiddling with tiny SIMs and get the one that does it all. Go to Saily.com Good Areas and use the code Good Areas to get an exclusive 15% off your first purchase. Fly free with Saily.
Hello, guys.
Oh, Shayan is back.
Oh, is he back? All right. Are we good, bro? Where were we at, by the way?
I'm
Like,
back,
I
I'm
picked
back,
Steve
guys.
Waugh.
Yeah, I just had
You
a
picked
small.
Steve Waugh.
Do I have one
Was
more?
Steve
I've
Waugh
wasted
your,
it.
Yeah,
Steve Waugh your
I could
first
hear up
pick
to
or
them.
second?
Nothing is my first pick, no? Did I pick someone else?
First pick. I'm just
No, it is
checking.
my
No, I
first
think
pick.
you picked all of these guys earlier. Yeah. So
Yeah. So it's my first. The second pick is gonna
Wait,
be.
who did you
again,
pick after Steve or Dale Steyn?
No.
No.
I didn't.
He
Dale
picked
Steyn
Dale
was
Steyn
before.
earlier.
I picked Dale Steyn earlier. All right. So
Yeah,
do I
my
go
bad,
for the
yeah.
matchups already? Okay. I think I'll go for the matchup early because we are playing a test match in India. I'm going for Ravichandran Ashwin, who can come in in Indian conditions. Right, mainly because I'm just gonna hold off on the fast bowling again. It's so easy at a certain point. All right, so it's Saurabh's go again.
I have to pick. I think I'm looking for a number 3. Like maybe I'll just have to push one of these guys up to 3, or I just pick. I'll pick Ricky Ponting at 3.
Okay, a solid pick.
I'm picking Ricky Ponting at his peak, not at his downturn. So
Yeah, I think that's expected. I think that's fair.
yeah.
A very solid pick. Your top 4 is looking good, bro. You got Herbert,
Oh,
Sutcliffe,
yeah.
Jack Hobbs, Ponting and
Ricky
Sachin.
Ponting.
Sobers
Yeah,
and
and then-
Gilly to counter attack at the end.
That's a solid
Good
top
stuff.
4, man.
That's a good
Yeah,
solid
yeah.
top 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Shayan, you got 2 picks now.
Yeah, I
You need
think
a keeper,
I have to
bro.
pick a wicket keeper now,
Yes.
and I have to pick another fast bowler possibly, and like basically another first change bowler. So,
Yep.
you know what? I think I'll go with 2 modern players. It may not be the best, like there might be better players than these, but I'll just go for Rishabh Pant and Pat Cummins, and Pat Cummins will be my captain as well.
You did
Okay.
it, man. You
Yeah,
picked
okay, I
Rishabh
like the
Pant.
way
I
you
will
think.
do it.
I like the way you
And we
think.
have Sunil Gavaskar, Virendra Sehwag, and Rishabh Pant in the same team.
No, there's no way McGraw's batting up Umberly.
And
These are
Pat
Pat
Cummins is
Cummins.
going to lead all of these guys. He is going to make sure that he
Yeah,
can
Pat
silence a
Cummins
crowd
is-
when it matters the
You'd
most.
say Yeah, Cummins
Don't
is
you want-
definitely one of the greatest first change bowlers of all time.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Don't you
So, yeah,
want
good call.
Don Bradman to lead the side?
No, I'll give it to Pat Cummins.
You'll give
I
it
like
to Pat
it.
Cummins.
Yeah, because clearly Bradman would love that.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. We can decide whoever can be the captain later on as well. But like I don't think there's any issue with Pat Cummins or whoever leads. But the point that Varun brings up, that Pat Cummins is one of the best first change bowlers of all time. So I think that's a really solid pick right there. So now I have two opening bowlers in Megra and Akram, and with Pat Cummins coming in as first change, Muralidharan as my spinner, and then obviously we have Keith Miller as the all-rounder. So currently it's a 4 pace and 1 spin combination. Of course,
Love it. Is it gone again?
Okay. He's gone again. But
Alright.
he's made his 2 picks, so maybe we'll have some time before he comes back. But yeah, Pat Cummins is a great. I think as a first change bowler, it's a great pick. I would.
yeah, guys, sorry for the interruptions. I think my electricity and Wi-Fi, everything is a bit off today. I think it's basically because it's raining, so it's a bit on and off. So I would just say that Rishabh Pant, obviously, when we're talking about the great wicket keepers, I know it seems a bit early, but then he's an attacking number 5 these days, and if you look at his career, he averages 44.44 in 44 matches, but
Yep.
come outside Asia, and he has been really, really good, even in terms of metrics like match factor and coming in at a tricky situation, and he knows how to deal with tricky situations, and he has his own style. So I think I am very confident in picking him. He is an entertainer as well. I mean, ultimately, entertainment is the currency of the sport, and you want to watch guys like Rishabh Pant in your team. So I am content with the 11 that I've picked so far.
I love it. Love
Yeah.
it.
Oh, you have an 11, right? So I need to pick
Yeah,
a
yeah.
number 5.
Yes.
Yeah. So many options for 5, and or I'll just go with personal bias over actual test record. Yeah, I did that for Bumrah. So yeah, okay. AB de Villiers at 5.
Okay, no, that's a great choice.
I mean, it is a great choice,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
just
Yeah.
felt like there are a couple of batters who have superior averages and stuff.
No, did
But,
we? I think we had AB as the greatest number 5 ever. So you're not.
Oh yeah.
wrong.
Yeah,
Oh
he is-
okay.
but-
Then I'm good. Yeah.
See, for specifically for number 5, I think AB de Villiers is a great pick, but you could argue that he could pick another great batter instead at 5 as well, right? Like possibly like a Joe Root or someone. So I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that
No,
line
if
of thinking,
it's-
I agree with both lines of thinking actually, because I
Yeah,
myself
yeah,
have
agreed,
Steve Smith
agreed.
at 5, so I don't think that's much
Yeah.
of a problem.
Agreed.
Yeah, no, and AB just for the range, I haven't seen. I mean, obviously we haven't watched olden days cricket, but I haven't seen a batter with that kind of range ever. I mean, even Sachin, because Sachin was born in a pre-T20 age, so I'm sure if he was born like 15 years later, he would have developed that range. But the kind of range AB has and the kind of gears he has, I have not seen anyone have that.
Yeah,
Plus, I
mean,
wanted AB in my team.
basically yesterday
And-
on Twitter I posted the stat,
Yeah.
right? Like he is the one batter who has four in the 21st century. He is one of the batters who has 4 innings of 20 plus at a strike rate of less than 20, and like he's the only.
Yeah. And like what I think what Shayan was going to say was also he can do that and he can hit 100 of 30 balls. So
Yeah, he's an incredibly versatile batter, is he not?
yeah. Just okay. Yeah. So I'm happy with my 11 also.
Mm-hmm. I love it. Okay. So do I go for this opener? Good. That's what
You
I'm
have to
thinking.
go.
No, I'm thinking. I'm like, I don't know if I want to pick this opener. I'll
Which
go for
one
another
are
one.
you thinking of?
I was thinking boycott, but I'm like, I'm like morally, I don't think I could pick boycott. Hold up.
Your
He's back.
team, nobody's going to turn up to watch your team, man. You've got
No, I'm gonna go
Boycott,
Graham Smith
Draft-
instead.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm going Graham Smith. As I
Yeah,
said,
that's
my
actually a
bo-
pretty
like,
solid pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a solid
As I
pick.
said, I'm gonna if this is a what was it? What was I gonna
Yeah.
say? Yeah, this is a 5-day test match. My team's batting for 10 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Shayan's always gonna be one down early because of Sehwag,
Yeah.
but he's got Bradman.
But I
so
will have
there's
Don
some
Bradman
leeway
at
there.
one down. So
Exactly. That's you've done well there. I think with Bradman. I think it's always gonna be a good choice. What was I going? I've gone Len Hudson. Sorry, I've gone Graham Smith as my first pick. So now the second one is okay. I do think I should finish off my fast bowling attack, but there's
You
so
have
many
already,
options.
no?
No.
You've
I
got.
think I'll go one more fast
Stain-
bowler.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I need to go one more. I think just to finish things off. But it's so tricky
I-
because there's so many options. I think it's like there's too much choice now.
Yeah, there's like huge
Yeah.
amount of options.
Yeah, and I'm thinking which direction to go in.
Mm.
Do I just go for this lad and just kind of just bore people to death again? Yeah, I'll go Curtly Ambrose. Why not?
Oh man, if you hadn't, I would have picked him next.
Yeah. Let's go for Ambrose. I think. Yeah. Again, just torture people, right? Just again, like it's like, I like Matzek. I don't care. I love Matzek. I'm happy with Matzek.
Yeah, I love your attack. It's
Yeah,
great.
I got the best fifth bowler as well. That's there. No, I think Sharan's fifth
Mm.
bowler is good too. To be fair.
So I need
Hello?
to pick a bowler.
Can you hear us, bro?
Yeah, we can hear you, Shan.
Yeah. I think the voice is a bit like shaky simply because my internet is not, I think, very good. Connectivity is
Okay.
not very good right now. I apologize for that, but yeah, it's Saurabh's pick right now, right?
It's my pick. Yeah, I need to pick a fast bowler. I think I'll go. I'll go Alan Donald.
Okay. You already have 11, right?
Think-
That's what I was going to ask you.
I have an 11, but like I need backups now. No, so one Donald was I think just great at a time when I think South Africa were just coming back. So it was not as if he had a lot of prior knowledge or something to draw on, and he just came and he was great immediately. I think his strike rate is in the 40s, which I think we didn't even recognize that time when he was bowling, that how great that is, that to have a. It was until Dale Steyn came along and showed what it is to pick a wicket every 7 overs. So, yeah. Donald.
A great pick. I'd
Two
say.
picks for me now, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, so I think first of all, I'll pick Ravindra Jadeja as my all-rounder.
Yeah, makes sense.
That Sena and Asia thing will be sorted out. 4+1 and
agreed.
3+2. Jadeja can instantly come in for any of the pacers, and and he can be my second spinner in such a case. And I think I'll go with another fast bowler, and I'll go with a bit of variety here. I'll go with Neil Wagner.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
because
have
at this
expected
point, like I
Neil
have high
Wagner
quality, right?
to-
I just need some
Yeah.
more like different sort of tools in my team. And I don't think like maybe I could have picked someone like a Jimmy Anderson or someone, but that would possibly be like why would I bench Jimmy Anderson, a guy like Jimmy Anderson, and when I already have different sorts of players. So I think Neil Wagner in this case is a good pick. And Jadeja, I mean, obviously is one of the greatest all-rounders that Test cricket has ever had, and specifically in Asia, like he might be the most valuable player that we have ever seen in Asia specifically. So I think he can easily be my all-rounder, and then apart from that, we obviously have Neil Wagner, who will bring more variety with his bouncers and everything, left arm seam. So I think that I'm content with that.
Are we done both your picks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so before Saurabh goes to his, let's just take a quick break.
Yeah.
Brian Lara used pot plants to work on his placement. John Wright glued his glove to his bat. Sachin Tendulkar dug up practice pictures. Tatenda Taibu cut the top off his bat. Claire Taylor used a hockey grip. Steve Smith was from tennis. Dean Jones would call phantom runs. And Victor Trumper turned the nets into a war zone to survive. The best batters in the world do whatever they have to make runs. We have told their stories in our new book, The Art of Batting.
All right, welcome back to Good Areas Live. So Saurabh was just about to do his pick.
Yeah, I can't believe this guy hasn't been picked yet. Actually, that's a little on me also, because I should have picked him instead of Ponting. I'm picking Viv Richards.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was gonna go for him next.
I thought of him very early,
Yeah.
but since I had a number 3, I
you,
was like, okay,
you still have an
should I
option
pick him?
to
Should I
get him
not?
into the team if you want.
Yeah,
you can
I'll
swap.
put him instead of Ponting at 3. And I could have actually picked another bowling option, but
All right, Ricky Ponting is
Yeah.
being benched.
Ricky Ponting is being benched. He'll come on as a substitute fielder always. I'll make one of the slightly older guys sit, and Ponting will be prowling in the covers.
Beautiful. All right, so I think that's so you go. So I'm gonna go for my final 2 picks. I assume, I guess, right now, if I'm
Yeah.
thinking correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Final 2
It
for
is
you,
my
for me, and
finals.
one for Saurabh.
Yeah. So I have a backup spinner already. I think. Wait, how many PLVs do we actually
Yeah.
have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, I got 3 more actually. Sorry.
No, you can't
Yeah,
have
three.
3 more.
No, yeah. No, is it 3 more? Oh yeah, can I not count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Oh yeah,
9,
you do
10,
have
11,
three more,
12.
I think.
I have 3 more. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
all of us have 3 more
I
then.
no, I have two more.
How's that
No, I
work?
think I also
Shayan.
have just 2.
Six,
Shayan
seven,
has
I
two.
picked 11, then I
nine,
picked 2
10.
more.
11, 12, 13. No, you got 2 more.
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know where the count went wrong. But
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what happened somewhere, but sure.
Yeah. Same.
Did we miss something somewhere?
No, it's just
Something
that
does
your
seem a
last
bit
pick.
odd, no?
No,
Huh?
Varun's last pick will be just one because we'll both
Yeah,
have
okay.
15 and you'll have 14. And then
Okay.
it'll all.
No, because you
yeah.
got 2 more, no?
So you're getting two now.
No. I got 2 now.
Yeah.
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 Then Saurabh
Okay,
gets
so-
1. I get
Yeah.
2. Oh,
Yes.
I think possibly Varun gets 1 more at the end. Or something.
Yeah.
No, I
that-
don't know. Let's just
then
do
I
this.
get
Okay.
one
I'm just
and
gonna do
Varun
2.
finishes it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna do 2 for 1 minute. Okay.
Why are we so
Let's see.
confused?
Yeah, I don't know why we are so confused. All right.
Hmm.
What was I gonna do? I forgot my picks already. So I have a backup spinner.
You have yeah.
I have a backup spinner, so I need a backup fast bowler. So backup fast bowler is interesting. I could go for a left arm seamer or a reverse swing specialist. I don't know which one to go. I think I'll go Alan Davidson because why not? I think it's a good pick,
Yeah.
like a left arm seamer as a backup.
Hmm.
It's nice to have. I need a backup batter. So that's
Alan
going to be
Davidson's a
interesting.
great pick, I think.
Yeah. So I need probably need a backup batter. Like I got Kumar Sangakkara, I think. As my backup batter.
Yeah.
I think
Fan
he's a
favorite
good
as well.
backer.
He's been
He's a
brought up
good
a lot of
backup
times in the
batter.
chat.
Yeah. All right, so that's
And
2
he
picks
can
done.
be your backup keeper also if.
Backup keeper also. Yeah.
But of course, you have Rahul Dravid, who everybody will just make him keep. No.
Of course. The great Rahul Dravid, man.
Yeah.
Of course.
But could you not be like, okay, you pick Sangakkara instead of Dravid at 3? Like, you can make that case, right? It's very
I could do anything.
similar
I could
quality
do
of
anything I
batters.
want.
Then I would
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
pick Dravid ahead of Sangakkara. Man.
I think at personal
I mean,
bias, I like
it's
Dravid
Varun's
more.
team.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
even I would think Dravid is possibly a better batter, and I don't think that's a bad take at all. But
Yeah.
actually,
I
I
mean,
don't know
Sangakkara
who's
is
the better
great,
batter. Like,
but
they're
yeah.
both very close. They're both great. Like, similar
Where-
tiered
where are
grades.
the-
So
the
I don't know
books?
which order I would go.
So Sanga's higher than Dravid in the book. Okay, so Jared has spoken.
Oh, okay.
All right, so goodbye, Rahul.
So you changed it also.
You're benching Rahul Dravid, man.
I'm benching. I like it. He's a good
He will be
backup
the
because he can
coach.
bat anywhere in the batting order.
Yeah.
Rahul
that's
Dravid
true.
can be the coach then.
Yeah, because Dravid can be the backup opener, the backup number 4 or number 5, right?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's-
of course.
Dravid is Varun's coach, and Ponting will be mine. So
Yeah, who is going to
you,
be my
you don't
coach?
have one.
I already have
Alright.
Cummins and Don Bradman both in my team, so I'm fine.
All right, so Saurabh, it's your pick.
Okay. I have to pick another, I think another spinner, a backup spinner. So I'll go for the guy that Don Bradman said was the best bowler he's faced, which is Bill O'Reilly, Tiger O'Reilly.
Oh, okay. You're going completely different direction.
Yeah, I mean Bradman said he was the best he had ever faced. So I'm just,
I think that's fair.
and his test stats are amazing. His average is like 22 or something. So of course it was a different era and everything, and we don't know how well it translates. But if Bradman found the guy tough to face, then it's a good bet that he was really good. So yeah.
All right, so it's Shayan's final 2 picks.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I'll go with an all-rounder for one. So I think I'll go with Ian Botham as my backup all-rounder.
Okay.
And I mean, I can go with either Ian Botham or Keith Miller, depending upon conditions or whoever I feel like. And if Ian Botham is serious, then I think, like, that was the thing with him, right? Like, he didn't take his cricket as seriously as a lot of people believe this, that. And at the start of his career, Ian Botham was absolutely, like, he had one of the greatest starts to his test career, didn't he?
Yeah, it's
And
like
so
the
I
way
think
I
for
put it
those-
is it's Pat Cummins is bowling and Ben Stokes is batting. Was the in both the
Exactly. So, like, a player of that talent level, I think simply having him in the team, and of course, whenever you can use him in the playing 11, and like if he is at his best, I think, and having 2 players like of that all-round talent like Keith Miller and Ian Botham, so I think I'm pretty content with that. And I think I should probably have another backup batter at this point, because I have a backup spinner, and I have a backup seamer, I have a backup spin all-rounder, I have a backup pace all-rounder. So I think for that reason, I will go for another batter, and I think I'll go with Joe Root.
Okay.
Like one of the
Good
greatest
good
modern day
back.
batters, and like the consistency that he has been playing with, it's just absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that he has also changed his game in the baseball regime, and he can see the thing with Joe Root is, how do you plan for a guy like Joe Root when he has so much variety and range in his stroke play? Like he can just start reverse ramping and everything, and he's very good square of the wicket. He's like straight batted shots, everything very good against spin. Like, is
By
there
the
a
way,
shot you
Shayan,
can
you
name
don't
that
have
Joe
a
Root does
backup
not play?
keeper.
It's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. Like I'm
Okay, you're gonna
with
just
that.
gonna
Like,
risk
it's
it.
not a worry.
It's a long tour,
Rishabh
bro.
Pant it is.
You're
Rishabh
gonna risk
Fine.
it.
Pant,
Rishabh Pant is going to be my keeper. I have no issues.
Yeah,
with that.
no. Like you're gonna risk a lot. What happens if Pant's injured?
Yeah.
Keeping? Who's keeping for you?
yeah.
I mean, I honestly didn't think of that. Do you think I still have time to change it?
Yeah, of course you can. It's not a
Do
serious
you
show.
think I have time to change it yet?
Yeah, you can. It's
Yeah,
not a
yeah, of
serious
course you
show,
can.
bro.
You can change it.
Sorry?
This is not a serious
can
show.
change
You
it.
can change it.
So I can change it. I mean, after waxing all this lyrical about Joe Root, I think I've come back to reality. And if I'm being more practical, it might actually suit me better to pick another keeper bat. And
Yeah.
like with keeper bats, I think, do you guys think I should go for a more specialist keeper bat, or someone like,
See you, baby.
who can also bat well? What direction do you guys think I should go in?
See,
I think you should go in the
most
direction of a backup keeper.
Yeah, most of the keepers who are left amongst the elite ones, they're okay
I'm sorry,
batters. They're not
the voice
Gilchrist
is
or Andy
breaking a
Flower
bit.
level batters. Okay, can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear? No, I don't think he can. Shayan, just go ahead and make your pick then. You can hear me, right, Varun?
I can hear you.
Okay. So we are good. Yeah.
I think the internet is a bit slow, guys. Sorry. So just give me.
Yeah,
a minute,
you just
please.
need to make a keeper pick, Shan.
There's a few you can go for. I think I'd
Yeah.
assume all the batting keepers are done. So
I mean, the elite batting keepers are done, but the
Yeah.
guys who are left, they're okay batters. They're not like bunnies or something.
you could always go for the just pure keepers if you really want to.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Like, should I just go for a pure keeper, or should I, go with another attacking, or even like a good keeper batter? So I think what I've decided is, never mind. I think I will just go with Les Ames as the keeper batter.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Like, he was
that
one
as
of the
well.
greatest
Yeah.
keeper batters for his generation. I
was.
think I don't remember the stats off the top of my head, but I think he was like he was averaging almost 2 times the other keeper batters of his generation. So picking a player like that, and he was, I think, really good across all the conditions as well. So he averages
Unlike
43.4.
yeah, unlike let's say like a Pant or someone who's who's a
Yeah.
great batter and can like hold gloves. Like Miss Les Ames could actually keep really well. He just happened to be a great batter.
What all do you know about his keeping? Like, do you have any specific anecdotes? Because I can't
no.
remember it off the top of my
So I
head.
think Jared says that he was actually a very good keeper. He's not like someone who they just gave gloves to. So you're
Yeah.
good in good hands, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I mean,
actually,
he's
you know what?
always mentioned as amongst the elite, just keeping skills wise, one of the best ever. So, and earlier, I mean, before Gilchrist came and changed the game, nobody, thought of keeper runs as very, very essential. I mean, so I think your gloves are in good hands with Les Ames.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty safe. Pretty safe pick then. From like, the only flaw in his record that I can see is that he averaged 17 in Australia. But apart from that, he was a very good batter across conditions as well as a keeper batter. So I think, I mean, Rishabh Pant is really good in Australia. So I don't think if it's a test match in Australia, I will just pick Rishabh Pant. But if Rishabh Pant is not fit, we have a solid backup as a keeper
the thing
bat.
with an all-time squad is you don't need that many runs from your keeper anyway.
True.
When you
And I
have
mean, I am
a
getting runs
Gavaskar-
from my keepers.
a Gavaskar, Bradman, Lara, Steve Smith, and all that, it's okay if the keeper is averaging 10 less.
Fair enough, yeah.
So, it's
Alright, so
my
Saurabh,
pick.
it's your final
What
pick.
do I need a backup of?
You have you
Do you
could
have a
use
backup
AB as a
keeper?
backup keeper.
AB
in
can be the backup keeper, I guess.
I know,
can-
I
if you
know.
want.
So I'm just thinking, do I need like another?
You have a
batter?
backup
I
fast
have
bowler, a backup batter, and a backup spinner. So maybe a backup all-rounder.
backup all-rounder. Yeah. Actually, that makes sense. So then I think there is only one sort of choice. Yeah, I'll go with Sean Pollock then.
Oh, okay. I was not expecting that direction.
I did think of picking him at some point for sure.
Yeah,
but then
I think he does
I
deserve
will
to
give
be
it
in
to
the
other
season.
players.
A fantastic
I
cricketer.
generally fancy bowling all-rounders a lot more than batting all-rounders.
Same.
Because
Yeah.
and I think the way we look at them is just so flawed. Like you just take the difference between batting and bowling average. They do
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
different things, man. Like a 30 batting average and a 20 bowling average is like one of the greatest players of all time. A 40
Yes.
batting average and a 30 bowling average is just like a useful player. It's not the
I
same. So
completely
you
agree
can't.
with you, man.
Yeah. Which is why and Sean Pollock fits that. I think his bowling is around 21, 22, batting was 32, and batting
Yeah,
was
yeah.
also he his average I think might have been helped by not outs, but his runs tally wasn't because he was batting at 9, man, because he had Lance Klusner and Jacques Kallis and all these guys
Yeah.
in the South African team where he
And
didn't really get
didn't
the
you also do a
chance.
piece on him, like on his test
I
career
did.
at some point?
Yes,
I think it's a
very
good time to-
Yeah, I
eventful-
think in a weaker team he's probably a number 7, isn't he? Like it's just in South Africa he had to be 8.
definitely
Yeah.
yeah.
Because they had Callis, right? Yeah.
And he was really good at ODIs as well. So
Yeah. Agreed,
In
agreed.
in
He's
a-
underrated
in any
ODI
other
player.
team, in almost any other team, he'd be like a number 7. I think he had the batting to be a number 7 for sure. From whatever I've seen him, I mean, I saw quite a large part of his career, so I think he had the batting to be. Yeah. So I have my backup all rounder then.
Beautiful. So before I do my last pick, we'll just take a quick break.
Brian Lara used pot plants to work on his placement. John Wright glued his glove to his bat. Sachin Tendulkar dug up practice pitches. Tatenda Taibu cut the top off his bat. Claire Taylor used a hockey grip. Steve Smith was from tennis. Dean Jones would call phantom runs. And Victor Trumper turned the nets into a war zone to survive. The best batters in the world do whatever they have to make runs. We have told their stories in our new book, The Art of Batting.
Welcome back to Good Areas Live. I was just about to do my final pick. All right, there's so many different directions I could go for.
Yeah. I think you
So
should
many.
just
Like,
pick
do
a player you like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do I go for a diversity hire and actually pick an attacking batter?
Sure.
Yes.
bend a kid.
That's my DEI pick.
Pick Victor Trumper.
I was thinking Victor Trumper, but I have Rahul Dravid as a backup batter. I don't know how Victor Trumper would get in as well. That's what I
No,
was thinking.
you're going to bench Graham Smith then and put Victor
Yeah,
Trumper
that's
there.
true. I don't want. I think Smith would be the better wicket-keeping batting or opening option. So across the conditions, I'm thinking. I'm thinking of going for another spinner in case it's Rank Turner because I have a backup fast bowler already. Yeah, I think I'll go for another spinner. I'm going Anil Kumble in case it's a Rank Turner.
Yeah, that's a
Wow.
good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In case it's an absolute Rank Turner.
But you
I
have
can
three
play-
spinners. Yeah, that's a bit much.
Yeah,
I think.
Ashwin,
But-
Vaughan, and.
I mean,
Anil Kumble.
not of the same quality, but I also have 3 spinners because Gary Sobers could bowl spin.
Yeah. Gary could bowl spin.
Good point, actually. Yeah. Now that I
Alright,
think of
so-
it, I only have 2. Well, it's fine.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got Jadeja and Murli. That's a good, decent
Yeah,
combo.
that's
You
and
take that
like the
combo.
good thing with this is they can both bowl a lot of overs, and like
Yeah.
consistency
Yeah.
is not an issue for me at all. So I'm pretty
All right, so
satisfied
the
with
teams
that.
are done. All right,
The teams are done.
fine.
Wow.
So I'll just read the names out. So Cheyenne's team is Gavaskar and Sehwag opening, Bradman at 3, Lara 4, Smith 5, Keith Miller 6, Rishabh Pant 7, Wasim at 8, Cummins at 9, Murli at 10, and McGrath at 11. He's got Jadeja as on the bench. He's got Wagner on the bench, Botham on the bench, and Ames on the bench. I like your 11. I do think after Jadeja that I don't like your backups do go a bit rogue.
Why not Ian Botham and Les Ames? Like I can understand Wagner maybe.
Nah, I think both. I don't know if you need a Botham though. When would you use him? That's what I'm thinking.
I
Like
mean,
Wagner, I
like
can
what if
understand,
Keith Miller
so-
is injured? Like you said, what if Rishabh Pant is injured? What if Keith Miller is injured?
I can understand.
just have a
I
backup
think it's a
ready,
fair argument. It's a fair argument.
Yeah.
I think Botham could go so rogue at times though. That's the thing, right?
Yeah, Botham
I like
could
Wagner's
oscillate a lot. Like I think he had a period where he was elite with bat and ball, and then he was rubbish with both also. Maybe rubbish is too strong, but he was
No, it wasn't, but it was bad,
really
it was
ordinary with both. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why his overall stats are not that hot. because he swung wildly from one extreme to the other. So you don't know which version of both of, and you don't have Mike Brearley to captain him, so you don't know which version of both of them you're going to get.
Yeah.
So
For that reason, I should have picked Mike Brearley at 5 instead
you
of
should
Steve
have,
Smith.
You definitely should have.
Yeah. Someone brought up Kapil Dev in the comments. I think that's also a good
Kapil
that's
Dev
also a
would
good
have been
choice.
Kapil Dev
Good
would have
backup
I was
as
been
thinking
a good
Kapil.
choice.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking between Sean Pollock and Kapil, but it's just I think Pollock had the better bowling record overall,
Yeah,
which is why
he's a better bowler
I
than
went for
Kapil.
him.
And
Yeah, but I think
better
if
bowler.
someone wants like an attacking this thing, I think Kapil Dev is also a great fit in this. Like he'll be very close to these
Yeah.
conversations, of course. None of us picked
Yeah,
him
yeah.
eventually, but yeah,
Actually, he would fit in nicely in Varun's team because he needs some sort of
some sort of attack.
ability.
Maybe instead of Alan Davidson
yeah, maybe. I could change
or
Anil Kumble to
Kumble
Kapil Dev.
or Kumble
and see
actually.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
If you give me permission, I will change it. Why not?
Okay, go for it.
Kapil
don't have
Dev is
any
ahead of
rules.
it. Kapil Dev is.
Just casually discussing it and like, okay, let's pick
Yeah,
this
why
team.
not? Might as well. Might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well do
So,
it. Fair
I'll
enough.
give you a free
Wait.
change as well, since you're the only one who hasn't done it.
Yeah,
Ah.
you have a one.
Okay.
sticker.
Yeah,
I
one.
have I have a free change. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then I'm considering whether I should remove Ponting and pick someone else. Is there a guy we really want? Remove Ricky Ponting. Yeah. I mean, my 11 is set, right? I don't want to remove anyone from the 11. Or Donald, Ponting, Bill O'Reilly. I need spinner.
Pick Rabada, bro. He's mentioned in the comments as
Good
well.
Rabada. He's
Ah.
been
Maybe
in
let
the
them bowl-
comments. Says.
Bro, I did think
Okay.
about Rabada actually because,
I can.
I did
but then I had
I'll-
the idea of
I'll,
Cummins, right?
I'll replace one South African with another. Then I'll go Rabada instead of Donald.
Rabada instead
Oh.
of Donald. Okay. Okay.
No, I'm just thinking
Okay,
again.
so
Instead
Rabada.
of who else would I put him? It's not.
Okay. I think that's fair.
Fair.
I think that's
It's
fair.
like
Fair
for
enough.
like sort of. Ponting, I want to keep Ponting because I want to use him as a sub fielder. Like he will Gary Pratt everyone. This is Ricky Ponting's revenge for 2005. He's going to be there as a sub fielder throughout, and he's going to make like some 50,000 runouts, and he'll finally be at peace with how Gary Pratt ran him out.
All right. So I'm just going to read out Saurabh's team. He's got Herbert, Sutcliffe, and Jack Hobbs opening. Very solid. He's got Viv Richards and Sachin at 3 and 4. AB at 5. Sobers at 6. Adam Gilchrist as the wicketkeeper at 7. Richard Hadley, Malcolm Marshall, Sid Barnes, and Jasprit Bumrah. By the way, do you not have a spinner in your main 11?
Barnes is the spinner, and Richards and Gary Sobers.
But Barnes is not like classified as this, classic spinner. Like I think you should have probably picked like one classical spinner as well, isn't it?
So whatever I've read of him, he leaned more towards spin than seam. So I thought of him as a spinner.
Oh yeah, but sorry,
But,
so Rajendra Garner is in my 11, by the way. I know it looks a bit confusing because of the numbering. But
Yeah.
yeah. I got Ambrose, Stain, and Garner as my 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's what I'm thinking of.
Ambrose, Stain, and Garner. Wow, I love that
All
attack.
right.
And
Okay,
Shane
so-
Warne. Yeah.
And his backup
Yeah.
bowlers are so his backup players are Rabada, Ponting, Tiger Bill O'Reilly, and Sean Pollock. Again, a very solid backup. Do you not have? Okay,
I mean,
so
I
he's got-
I
so-
can always,
you got two
bring
backup
in,
keepers in your team, so it makes sense.
Now, I can always bring in, Bill O'Reilly instead of. I guess I'll have to bring him instead
Barnes.
of Bumrah or someone. So yeah. No. If I
But
want two
Bumrah is not in
spinners,
your main 11,
extra.
no?
He
Or is he? Oh yeah, he is. My
Bumrah
bad.
is-
Yeah.
He is,
Bumrah
he
is
is,
in
he
the
is.
main 11. Yeah.
How do you think,
Then
do
you
you
can
think
actually
it is
bring him in for
possible
one of the seamers.
that I pick Jasprit Bumrah and don't put him in my main 11? He has to be there. So
I do still think you're maybe a spinner shot. I think
Exactly,
as much
exactly.
as good as Sobers is, I
I'll-
think.
a little,
I think
I
it's
agree.
known that Sobers is a worse spinner than a fast bowler, from memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is I could, bring in Tiger O'Reilly instead of Hadley or something if I need two spinners.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
So then I'll
we'll
be
go to
covered
my team.
because yeah.
All right, we'll go my team. I got Graham Smith and Len Hudson opening with Kumar at 3, Callis 4, Steve Waugh 5, Flower 6, Imran 7. Try getting those guys out.
Varun's team is going to be 250 for 1 after every day's play.
Yeah, in a day's cricket.
90 overs.
Exactly.
I think if I dropped it would be 200 for 1. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what was I saying? My bowling at I go Imran 7, Shane 1 8, Dale Steyn 9, Curtly Ambrose 10, and Garner 11. I don't remember which one of them is a better batter. So that I think you can change.
I think you've
And
got
then
it right. I think
yeah.
Ambrose is slightly better than Garner with the bat.
Yeah. So then I have Ashwin for Indian pitches for the Indian game. So I can bring Ashwin in for who do I bring him in for? I'll bring him in for Ambrose because I don't think Ambrose played in Asia much. So then I got Alan Davidson as my backup seamer. I got Rahul Dravid as my backup batter, and I got Kapil Dev for vibes as a backup all-rounder. Yeah, so I got 6 bowlers in my 11 with Kalisa and Imran as Kalisa I don't think needs to bowl. I guess he can if need be.
Yeah.
But
even Steve
Like in
Waugh can
specific
bowl, right?
situations, maybe.
Steve Waugh, like if you're getting Steve Waugh's bowling, that's 7.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, comment. Who do you think win? I'd probably give it to
Yeah,
Cheyenne.
guys.
I think that first 11 is insanely strong.
Yeah, I think I
Cheyenne-
might have a good this thing.
Yeah.
Cheyenne's batting though, I feel like drops off a little bit after Steve Smith. Like,
But I mean, I have Bradman, so I think
yeah,
Yeah, he's got 2 batters there. That's the thing, right? He's got 2 great
Yeah.
batters.
yeah.
exactly. And like I just have 2 attacking batters to after the top 5. So I also have batting depth, by the way, with Wasim Akram and
Look,
Pat Cummins
we
also
have,
being able to bat. So
We have only one test in India, right? And the rest
Yes.
is in Sena.
Yes, agreed.
So then I think I like mine because I'm okay with slightly light on spin. One test in India, these guys can do it.
Yeah, I think Cheyenne's big issue is that like if he didn't have Bradman, I do think Sehwag would like nick one every year, like early on against the greatest bowlers
yeah, I
of
mean
all
that's
time.
why I picked Bradman
Yeah.
first, and then Gavaskar and Sehwag. So I think I'm happy with that.
Like I feel like if Curtly Ambrose and Dale Steyn are bowling to Sehwag and Senna, I do think it's a bit of an uphill battle. But
Yeah.
I see.
yeah,
your
but
point,
again, Bradman 3 years definitely fixes a lot of that issue. So that's a solid thing there, I think.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I mean,
think Saurabh- I
Sehwag
like
was still
Saurabh
pretty good in
Singh,
Australia,
so-
wasn't he?
Yeah, Sehwag was good in Australia.
Still had a
No
good
issues.
record in
Sehwag-
Australia, very good record.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And across 2 tours, he was good. He was good in 2003,
Yeah.
4 and in
Yeah.
7-8. So, yeah, it's not just
Yeah.
one.
So
7-8,
we
he
got a
had that
super chat.
50, that 150 in Adelaide.
So Karthik Udaya says no Rohit as an opener. Who will leak news or run PR? Okay, right. Okay.
We are
Right.
we are
Is that
going to
kind of a
Varun,
chat?
Varun team that, which is basically leave it outside off.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, just bore you to death, and just bore you to death. Like who's got more patience? So I
Yeah.
go, yeah. I like my team. I don't mind that. I do think I probably should have gone for a more attacking batter, but
Yeah, I think one more like high quality attacking
if I had
batter,
Viv at 3, I think it would have fixed a lot of it. I
yeah,
think.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Actually,
Alan
if
Nod
you
is a
had
good
picked
idea.
Viv at 3, you wouldn't have picked Ambrose, I think, and I would have picked Ambrose. But then I wouldn't have had
Maybe.
Ponting. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, there's ways to mix and match. We are just splitting hairs. Each of these 3 teams is basically
yeah. I
an
think
all-time great team. Is there a
True.
player that you thought will make it who has not made it?
Are we missing
that's a good
someone
question,
obvious?
actually.
Who am I missing?
There were
It could
2 that
be.
I thought.
I guess
There were
Grace,
two-
I guess, is the most obvious one I'm thinking of.
Grace, I
Yeah,
just
because
think
people were mentioning
I
him in
wouldn't
the
pick
comments as
him,
well.
though. I wouldn't
it
pick him,
was
though, that's the thing.
so far back that it was I think from amongst the more recent ones, I thought Alan Border and Greg Chappell would have had a good shot, but none
Yeah.
of
So
them
I
for
think
them.
we,
Those
in the
are-
arts of batting, we have all of the top 10 batters, so that's good.
okay.
I think. Yeah.
We don't have Hammond, and we have
Hammond,
Chandra
we didn't miss
Sutcliffe.
Hammond,
I almost picked Root and then didn't pick him.
Yeah.
So I think
I have
we
Robin.
just don't have. Like we almost have 13 players, I think, from the
What
top
is
15. So
what is Hammond's rank in the art of batting?
11.
11. Okay, so I was thinking of him, but I went for AB de Villiers just because I like AB.
No, I think
I
that
mean,
makes sense.
it's
like
not
picking
really a
player
bait.
like AB at 5.
You gave a super chat. I had to answer a super chat. I'm not ignore a super chat. Yeah. Yeah, I think Sports had a very funny comment right at the start. He's like, you use Virat in the thumbnail, but you wouldn't include him when you're playing 11. That is true, though. Like, that is true. I can't even argue the logic there. Virat doesn't make this team, unfortunately. As much as I love Virat.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
I think,
all
like-
love Virat, but there's nobody he can replace here.
Yeah. And like as a backup batter, maybe you can pick him at some point, but like most teams wouldn't really need another backup batter, I think. And so I think it's fine. Like not much of a
I feel like that there is definitely someone we are missing, and I can't remember who.
George
That's what I'm
Headley.
trying to. Headley,
none of
yeah.
us
Yeah, George
think
Headley is one. I mean, from the 25, we didn't have Javed Miandad, Yunus, Virat.
Javed
that-
Miandad.
Like these were the
I don't
other
think
guys.
Miadad would have made it anywhere, right? Like, there's no way. In the
It's the
depth
same
chart,
logic
he
as Kohli, right? Like these guys are
Yeah.
absolutely great players, even Yunus Khan.
Yeah.
But then, like, who do you pick them for? Like, because you need to have
Yeah.
all-rounders and keeper, and then other players, and then bowlers as well in your team, right? Like, so you can maybe pick another batter, but then you'll be too stacked on batting and not enough bowling. So I think for that
That's
reason,
true.
I think it's fair to like not have certain great batters as well.
I really should have gone Chanderpaul to go even slower. Yeah.
Yeah, I think someone was saying that you should have picked Chanderpaul instead of Sivo.
Yeah, probably. I think I think they're close enough that I don't think it matters much. But yeah, too selfish. Number fives.
So Jazz is saying that Sehwag and Sangha and Sena is diabolical, but dude, Kohli is not an opener. I mean, I would love picking Kohli, but he's not an opener. Same for Kevin
Yes.
Peterson. Like both of those are two of my favorite batters of all time, and like how
is
do I
very
pick
true.
them ahead of an opener?
Yeah.
So I think for that simple reason, I have to pick
I'm
Sehwag.
very, I'm very surprised you didn't go Sachin for Lara 5 in your team. I'll be
That's
honest.
probably
Yeah.
fine, but I just went with vibes anyway. And
Yeah.
see, the thing with Sangha is, I think Sangha is actually really good outside, like in Sena country, especially for someone who's also kept wickets. If you go back and
That's
see
what
his
I was
innings at
thinking,
Hobart,
yeah.
yeah, so
I-
he doesn't
yeah.
play a lot in Sena. That is true. A lot of
Yeah,
his runs have
that's
come in
true.
Asia. That is true compared to the other Indian great batters.
He does
but
also do a bit of
I think
minnow
it's-
bashing, but that's what you
that's
expect.
fair.
that's-
All that is fair,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that is not
mean, it's like
you
he-
can't
he
say
can
he's
only
bad, diabolical in Sena. Come
So
on.
60, he's averaging 60 in Australia, 41 in England, 61 in New
Yeah.
Zealand, and 36 in South Africa. So
And-
South
and-
Yeah,
Africa.
I
He can
guess
only
that's not
play-
diabolical.
Yeah,
He-
36 in
he
India
can
though,
only
so it's
play
fair enough
whoever is
argument
in
there.
front of him, right? He can't. He
Yeah.
can't. I mean, if Sri Lanka get only 2 or 3 tests each series, there's no
Yes.
way he can pile on those big runs. So it's not his fault. I
But
mean,
like even then, it is not a true statement, right? Because he is actually
Correct.
very good outside Asia.
he
So
is actually very.
I don't
yeah.
really see the point in that comment. Yeah,
Just saying if we miss anyone.
makes sense. And again, with Sangha, you get a keeper batter as well. Like, what if he needs a backup keeper bat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
For
Also,
those reasons,
so you
it's
guys
fine.
missed out on Alan Knott. I think that's fair. I think Alan Knott is a very
Alan
good keeper.
Knott. I actually was thinking of Alan Knott as the third pick. If you guys had gone with Gilchrist and Andy Flower first,
Mm.
that's who would have been my pick.
Yeah, like if I didn't have Sangha as a backup keeper, I probably would have gone
Yeah.
like that pure
Yeah.
keeper route, like Prasanna Jayawardene type pick.
Prasanna, yeah, that's another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Makes
Prasanna
sense.
is probably
I mean,
like is a phenomenal keeper.
I was debating between Alan Knott and Ian Healy. I think both of them
Mm.
are like excellent
I think that's
keepers.
fair.
Especially
and
great
they're-
keepers, no?
they're like they're
What
not
is your team,
bunnies with the
Rajat?
bat. They're okay.
Huh, like,
what
for
is
example, Alan Knott averages what, around 33. So I don't think that's too bad.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. And
Hmm.
Healy has had a lot of quite gritty sort of innings and all. I mean, obviously he was not Gilchrist level, which is why Gilchrist replaced him.
Yeah.
But
So
my
Rajendra's team is
all-time
Grace,
test 11,
Gavaskar,
okay.
Don, Sachin at 4, Smith at 5, Sobers, Alan Knott, Vaughan, McGrath, Bumrah, and Marshall. Reserves are Lara, Imran, Garner, and Mully. Okay, it's an interesting team. I like it.
Yeah, it's a great team, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I like
you
it, I
can't
like it.
pick any holes in this. I mean, you can replace Grace with Jack Hobbs or something, and it's
Yeah,
just
I
a
think I would
personal
go with Jack
preference.
Hobbs
Yeah.
instead of WG Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
So I agree. And also would love to have Imran in the set. I don't know who he gets in for though. Yeah. Imran, that's a
Imran,
Yeah, you
insane
can't pick him
bench,
over
though.
Sobers, right? So
Yeah, that's a diabolical
yeah.
bench, I would say. But the only thing
Yeah,
I'd argue is if you're playing in India, Warren and Murali weren't great in India. So you're picking two spinners who weren't good in India.
yeah, but I think he's gone more in the route of picking
Yeah.
the greatest players of all time for his playing 11 rather than
Agreed. Yeah,
you know,
I think it makes sense. I think you would have
worrying about
Murali
individual
on your
conditions.
bench, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
So like,
Yeah,
what
guys,
was
I
gonna
think.
say? Yeah, I think we've nearly
Yeah.
covered everything, right?
I think
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
done. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good podcast.
So
Like an hour.
if we take these teams and make them play one days or something, then I think I'll have an edge over you guys. Because I've got Sachin, Viv,
I'm
and
losing in one
AB.
day. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that. Like,
you're
give that to you in
definitely-
writing. I'll give that to you in
I think
writing.
I also have Sehwag and Brian
you
Lara.
have
so-
Sehwag. Yeah, but I have Sachin, AB, and Viv Richards.
He's got two of the greatest ODI
And-
batters of all time.
Yeah.
and Gilchrist. Three. I've got three of the
Three
greatest
actually.
ODI
Three of the
batters.
greatest ODI batters of all
Gilchrist,
time.
that's it.
Yeah.
You just swap the order, right? That's essentially it.
And then-
Yeah, actually, you're right.
And Sobers would have been a great ODI batter if
And
he
so
played
yeah,
it. Yeah.
Makes sense.
And I have Bumrah. So
Yeah, the only
Actually,
thing that
that's
could
like-
save me in ODI cricket is the bowling. That's it.
And if it's like a very tough pitch to bat on,
yeah.
where you need like
I just
some
need
slow
to out.
scoring batters.
I just need to out bowl teams. I need to do like the '90s Pakistan of
Yeah.
equivalent of it.
Fair enough.
Make 250
yeah,
every
you're-
game and just defend it.
No, your bowling is actually maybe the best for ODIs amongst all our
Yeah, I got Garner. I got Vaughan.
You got Garner,
Steyn.
Ambrose, Vaughan, Imran, Steyn. You know, that's like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think you got a good ODI bowler.
And
You got
Kapil.
Hadley and Bumrah, which is good.
I got
Rabada
Yeah.
is not a great ODI bowler. I don't think
No,
Marshall was
Rabada-
great, but he's decent.
Marshall
He's good.
but Marshall was not test level. I mean,
In
Marshall
ODI
in
cricket, yeah.
Test level great.
But
Yeah.
but he was still much better than average in ODIs.
I think
course.
Shahan's got a very good ODI bowling attack. He's got
Yeah,
Akram,
Murli.
yeah.
McGrath, Murli. Cummins is not a
Wasim.
good
Yeah,
ODI bowler.
three great.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I would actually have probably both Murli. Like I would have Murli if
Actually,
we are
I
picking like the
have
four greatest spinners.
I have Sean Pollock also, so I would probably.
Yeah,
bring
you have
him
Sean
in.
Pollock as
You
well.
got Pollock. I
Yeah.
forgot about Polly.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
you probably
Yeah.
get him in for Malcolm Marshall or Sid Barnes, one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
probably-
Yeah.
I think
You
like if
get-
I make
I
a
think you would
greatest,
also. If you're picking an ODI team, I'd also probably replace Hobbs Sutcliffe with Ponting as an opener.
Yeah,
yeah, of course.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, not opener. I have
That can-
Tendulkar and Gilchrist. I Ponting.
Oh,
can-
yeah, of course,
can-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ponting 3,
Completely.
Viv
Ponting
4,
3,
AB
Viv 4.
5.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sorted then. Yeah. Calm.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I was like combo.
I'm sorted.
Yeah.
Sober 6.
We should
Who's
do an
the
ODI
7?
version of this someday.
We could do an ODI
Yeah.
version of this someday.
We could
I think
do
it would
it,
work
yeah,
quite
that
well.
yeah.
That would
but,
be fun as well.
ODI version, yeah. I want to be third pick in the ODI version.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
need to get the two up top.
Two picks.
That's why. Yeah.
Two tops, yeah.
Yeah. All
I
right.
do,
then.
so my word is probably for Cheyenne in this. I think the first 11 is just too strong.
I think we can do one thing. Like, how about
I'm
we?
going to be
I'll
completely.
put this on the group chat after this. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm going to be
How
completely
about we do one thing?
nepotistic and pick myself. So,
Okay. I also have to make a choice then. Okay.
pick
Let me
Varun. No, come on. They are morally
Nah,
bound to
it's
pick
fine.
Varun now. You,
no, that's okay. I'll take the other. Maybe gone too many. Like maybe gone too like defensive.
Dude, the
batting
thing
for
is, I
people.
have Bradman. Like, it's
I
not
don't
very
have a
hard to
sexy
argue
team. That's
against
the
that.
thing. I don't have a sexy batting lineup. That's
you
the
don't
issue.
have. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
But
thing.
I mean,
right?
Varun does have great opening, and I think Saurabh has the best opening actually. Like,
Yeah,
all-
agreed.
I have the greatest 3, 4,
Huh.
5, and then after that, I think 6,
I don't
6, 7.
know.
Who has the best batting here? Sobers, Gilchrist, Flower, Imran. Yeah, Saurabh
Sobers
again.
Gilchrist.
I think
Saurabh
I win
again
the
has the
6-7.
best batting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I
take
think Saurabh's
4, 5,
batting-
6. I'll take the
I think-
4,
I
5,
think
6
it's-
king.
you know what?
Probably, maybe. Actually, no.
I think I
that
would
is
go with
Saurabh.
Saurabh.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
would go with
okay.
Saurabh, like if he had another great spinner. I think that is the one. Like if
I
he
think
just
that's
puts
the-
Will O'Reilly
So
Yeah.
I
he
wanted
just needs
to-
one more spinner.
in. Yeah.
no, I wanted to. No, look, I considered Sydney Barnes a spinner when I picked him.
Yeah, but like
I
he's not a
thought
classical
he's-
spinner is what I'm saying. No, he is
Yeah.
like a bit of a
Yeah,
hybrid
that's
between
true.
both. And
I mean, I
You can't
wanted
say that he's a-
Ashwin in my team, but I just thought every time it came the chance to pick him, I thought, okay, maybe this guy would fit in slightly better, and then Varun ended up picking him before I could. So yeah. Can we do swaps and all that? Like I can give you
Well, like
someone for
trading.
Ashwin if you trading.
oh, like that.
Okay. It's an interesting question. I don't know if I trade Ashwin. I don't have a great Indian spinner. That's the issue.
Look, I mean, Shane Warne, there is no reason he wouldn't have been in 98. He was coming back post surgery. Okay, in 2000.
I think he'd accidentally bowl well in India one of the times, right? Yeah. He was. I think he was good in 2004.
The
Yeah, he was good
only
in that.
2004 was the only series where he was physically fit and not coming off an injury, and he was very good.
No, I remember
he was still the
looking this
support
up. I
act.
think his record in India isn't terrible if you remove Eden Gardens. That's what I remember. He just
Oh.
couldn't bowl in Kolkata. I think from
No,
memory.
and that is
It's like
also
mid-30s
skewed
if you remove
by
it.
2001. That is also skewed
Yeah,
by
yeah, of course.
2001 a little bit. You know,
Agreed,
that
agreed.
Whole, and 98 he was coming back from injury, and 98 was like the Tendulkar year basically. So he would have hit anyone, and Warne was not
Yeah.
at his absolute peak physical best. So I think you're sorted, man. I mean, I don't think you need to worry about spinners on Indian pitches if you have Shane Warne.
Yeah. I think Jazz has made an
That's right.
all-time vibes test 11. We should have a look at that as well.
Where's fuck's sake? Wait, I'll put this
Sehwag,
up.
So-
Hayden.
Vibes. So Sehwag,
And then
Hayden,
we'll-
Ponting, Kohli, KP, AB, Stokes, Warne, Marshall, Bumrah. I think the bowling attack is too sane to be vibes.
That's also true, but like I think it's
What
more than vibes. It's, as he says, it's attack. So I think I actually do
I'd
like
get-
the look of this playing 11
I'd
a
get
lot.
Trumper in if you want more attack for Hayden.
Yeah.
But like you
Also,
want-
how can you do a vibes 11 without Ben Duckett? Pathetic.
And if you, I was going to say if you really want a vibes 11, put Jaiswal instead of Hayden. But yeah, Ben Duckett also works.
Ben
I don't
Duckett and
think Jaiswal
Jaiswal
is
to open.
Oh, Ben Sehwag also, yeah.
No, you need Pant
Yeah,
in there
but
if you
you
want
can't
vibes
bench
as well.
Sehwag from a vibes 11, dude. Come on, like
Yeah.
he is as
I think you
vibes
need
as
Pant
it gets.
instead of
So
AB for
you
vibes.
You need Pant, yeah.
Yeah.
Not easy.
But,
Rajan-
but AB is too good, man. Like
I'd say instead of Ponting is like a very solid pick and everything, like.
but he's also a
you
bit of
need-
like attacking sort of a player, no, in a sense. Like that,
Yeah,
like
but
that.
no-
Even Kohli is more classical type of player, but he's like entertaining to watch. Same
No,
with
but Kohli
Ponting, I
has
think.
a lot of vibes everywhere else. No, like while batting maybe not, but
Yes. Yeah. I think it's decent. It could be more vibes, I'd say. Not vibesy enough for my liking.
Fair enough.
Try T20 team. That will be very picky. Okay, we could do a
Yeah,
T20
we can do
one
that
of
as
these.
well.
we could do that.
We can do that.
I
also.
think one of
ODI
these is I
T20.
want to do just an Indian one. Because that would be chaotic. That would be like rogue. Like we need to scrape the bottom of the barrel for it. Get 45 Indian players.
That would
All
that would
time
be
you mean or
very
current?
Interesting.
All time. Current,
all
what
time.
With the current would be
How are
crazy.
you going to pick 45 current ones?
Yeah.
IPL, bro.
Like what would we need to go like Sachin Baby at 6 or something if we're doing that. Just go so rogue. Like if we did
Fair
this.
enough. So all time Indian T20 teams, you mean?
Yeah.
All time T20
that could be
team,
fun.
I think. Yeah,
Could be
T20
fun.
could be
Or
fun.
T20. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good.
T20 will be a little easier because we have a broader,
Pool of
swathe
players,
of
yeah.
players to pick from. And if
See
you're
that
going
I
to
do
pick
think
45,
would Virat Kohli make that team? I think he would, right? Surely he would.
he would be amongst the first 2-3 picks, I think, because
T20s
four-
are T20 internationals. That's the difference, I think.
no. I mean,
What are
he would
vibes
definitely
according
be
to me?
among-
Carl
in
Hooper.
the top
See, that's
four.
more vibes, Jazz. Exactly. Carl Hooper and
Yes.
Fidel Edwards. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. That's exactly. Now you're on the right lines. Yes.
Carl Hooper. Yeah, he was like just a. I think he was the Keith Miller of our age. He just came so easy to him, and it felt like at a lot of the times he just didn't give a toss.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did. I'm not saying he didn't, but yeah.
All right. So I think we've had thank you so much for watching, lads. I think we've discussed everything. So I think
Yeah.
do comment down below. I think who do you think won? My vote is for Shayan, as I've said already. I think Shayan voted for Saurabh and Saurabh voted for Saurabh as well. So yeah, fair enough.
No. Then I'll vote for Varun. I just want everyone to get.
No, you don't need to be diplomatic. Pick who you like.
Not diplomatic. I just no. It's more chaotic. See, if one guy gets 2 votes, then it's already there's a lead. No, we need the commenters to decide. So
Acha,
But you know what?
that way.
I also said that if Saurabh picks Bill O'Reilly in his 11, then I will pick him as the winner.
So I'll replace Barnes with Bill O'Reilly. Then that's fine.
Okay, then there it's fine. Then I'll pick your team. Actually, because I like the bowling and the batting. I just think you lacked one spinner. So
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think if he does have, I think Bill O'Reilly should be in the main 11. I think then he sorts it.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. Bye bye.
All right, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, this is the first time we're trying. We'll probably try this again. I think we had great
Yeah.
comment interactions as well. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys liked it as well, and you guys return for the next episode. Bye.
Brian Lara used pot plants to work on his placement. John Wright glued his glove to his bat. Sachin Tendulkar dug up practice pitches. Tatenda Taibu cut the top off his bat. Claire Taylor used a hockey grip. Steve Smith was from tennis. Dean Jones would call phantom runs. And Victor Trumper turned the nets into a war zone to survive. The best batters in the world do whatever they have to make runs. We have told their stories in our new book, The Art of Batting.